Aries, my Boston cream, how are you doing? Cutie patootie looking all this so good. Welcome back to the Renaissance Tarot. Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy, where I serve and I slay. So dear fellow fire sign, I'm going to be doing your twin flame reading today for the month of January. This is going to be a very specific reading, so it's not going to resonate with everyone. Now, in this reading, dear Ariana, I know you like that. In this reading, dear Ariana, Aries, I'm going to be taking a look at the main energy and the challenge between you and your twin flame. I'm going to see what happened in the past, your current situation, the upcoming future. I will clarify all the cards, close up with some advice, and I will also use one oracle card to give you a relationship advice to see what is it that you need to know. I'm really excited to be going snowboarding tomorrow, and it's something new that I'm going to be doing, so I'll definitely be very careful. But since we have snow here, near Las Vegas, you would never think that, right? But there is a lot of snow on one of the mountains. Really excited to explore that. I'm sure you would want to have fun like that too with me. So the energy between you and your twin flame is the Page of Cups, dear Aries. Sorry, the focus. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Ten of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. Aries, I feel like that there is an apology here that you're anticipating from your twin flame, a conversation that may take place and might be very important for you. Page of Cups here talks about confession. It also talks about an expression. It's an indication of a second chance. And how is this second chance going to take place? We're going to talk about this. I do see here a very painful ending between you and your person. You might have dealt with an earth sign. I'm getting here Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Gemini, Libra. Could be another fire sign or Cancer, Pisces. We're going to clarify more. Now, in the recent past, you have the Three of Wands, the Star, and the Ten of Cups. In the recent past, for many of you, you were married to this person possibly, or you were thinking about getting married with them. It's 11:01, by the way, right now, so 111. So that could have a very significant meaning for you. Many of you, you did have a lot of hope when it came to marrying with this person, okay? There was a distance here that was created between you and them. Some of you may be relocated, some of you maybe traveled, you bought a new house, you moved somewhere else, okay? For a lot of you, you did think about like really embarking onto a journey with your twin flame where you both could settle down and live together. We're going to clarify this more. In the present moment, you have the Page of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. So I think you're still going back and forth in your mind, and so is your twin flame, Aries. There is this energy of wanting to really make the right decision here. Two of Pentacles is, especially it's the beginning of the year, so a lot of you could be saying, you know what, I don't really know if I really want to hold on to my person, to this twin flame or not. And remember, if you're watching this is only for the people who are on a twin flame reading. It's not some random ass reading. So I'm saying, so for many of you, this is about you just realizing that, if there is going to be a brand new beginning between me and this person, then there needs to be clarity. And what this clarity is going to be, it is very much tied up to the conversation that could take place between you and your twinsie. We're going to clarify this shortly. Now, in the near future, you have the Eight of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. It's a very difficult journey, okay? And I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm seeing here. For many of you, there is this closed off energy. And for a lot of you, I feel like that it's because the apology here has been delayed. And that is why in the near future, you might be feeling a little bit exhausted and tired, try to constantly put the effort into trying to see if this is going to work out. So I do see here you in the near future retreating and removing yourself from this situation, protecting your energy, just saying, you know what, this is a lot for me, and I'm gonna need to focus on what I'm going after. This could be your career, this could be your money. A lot of you are wanting to make a lot more money this year. You want to focus on your career success. So this situation that ended, it really, really hurt you at a very deep level, Aries. You don't always talk about everything that's going on within your mind, within your heart. A lot of things, I think, for you as an Aries, and I know Aries people very well. A lot of things, Aries, for you go behind the scenes, okay? Behind the scenes, behind the closed doors at home. you process pain differently, and you come out as if like nothing happened. A lot of you are very, very optimistic. You don't really talk about the struggles and the things that you go through, you just like brush it off and move on. But I think the way that things ended between you and this person, it really has caused you to feel a certain way, because you were not expecting that your twin flame could have done that to you. Now, at the bottom of the deck, as we can see, there is the Ten of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. So, could be a same-sex situation, doesn't have to be. I'm just going to say that respectfully. But for many of you, Aries, I think that this has a lot to do with you really deciding if you would want to pursue this relationship or not. Because you just know it comes with a lot of struggles, and there is a lot of work that needs to be done. Nonetheless, the energy right now between you and your twin flame is the Page of Cups. And this is an indicator of an apology, of a confession here, okay? So let's get into your reading and clarify everything for you. And as I'm splitting the deck, you have the World and the Seven of Wands. Could mean that the struggles are coming to an end also. A cycle is closing up, So let's get into it and let's clarify everything for you. So the Page of Cups is clarified by the King of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. Someone here is going back and forth in their mind. Well, I believe that this could be either you or your twin flame. Both of you are kind of mirroring this energy back to back. You know what I mean? There is a conversation that I really can see you have been anticipating for it to happen. You have the King of Swords. King of Swords is the embodiment of someone who is facing the other person, and there is a face-to-face conversation. There is an interaction. And you, Aries, being the firstborn in the zodiac, being very bold, being very outgoing, and having this captivating energy about you, okay? You like to basically put all the cards on the table and just say it is. Say it the way that it is. So there is a very strong union. There is a very strong energy, sexual chemistry between you and your twin flame, okay? And with the Two of Cups, this is a partnership here. Like I said, you know that this person came into your life for a very specific reason. You may not know exactly why yet. There could be various reasons, but I feel like that for many of you, there is this decision-making process. Someone is going in their mind back and forth if they should reach out to you, if they should not. Cross-watchers can definitely confirm that as well. But, there is a decision here that is being made. And this has a lot to do with really bringing in this delayed apology, overdue apology here that should have happened and it didn't. And there is history between you and them. Okay, with the Seven of Pentacles. There is memories being made. There is a lot of text messages. There is a lot of moments. Maybe this is like, this maybe goes years back when you actually met this person. Now, some of you live nearby where there is, maybe you live in Massachusetts, Boston, so I'm saying, or in the East Coast where there is ships, there is port, there is water nearby. You could be living in the West Coast, California, San Francisco, could be living down in Texas, could be living in Australia, so I'm saying, where there is water. If that's not the case, that's fine. I'm just saying this for some of you, it really resonates. Now, the Three of Wands is clarified by the King of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. There was a distance between you and this person at a certain point. Someone here was either traveling, someone here was either going back and forth. For a lot of you, you had a vision with this person. You really wanted to build a family with this individual. You really wanted to build a vision. Hold on. The focus is going to the lion here. You know what I mean? Okay, that's good. Sorry about that. Now, for many of you in the recent past, dear Aries, you wanted to build family with this person. Okay, and you were maybe even single when you met your twin flame. But the way that you met this person, the way that you felt the connection was there, it brought a lot of hope. It brought a lot of like this star energy, wishing upon the star, wanting to make it happen. Some of you started really working towards this partnership. You might have even sent money to this person. You might have even financially helped them as well. Now, the star here is clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, Four of Wands, and the Seven of Wands, and the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck, okay? So, Taurus energy. Some of you were maybe also dealing with the Taurus, or you could be a Taurus rising or Taurus moon. Now, in the recent past, as I said earlier, there was a lot of work being done and a lot of investment done towards this relationship. Four of Wands, Aries, This is the card of marriage. It's the card of commitment, relationship, and you have the Seven of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. Investment into this relationship. Many of you saw yourself investing into this connection and wanting to really take it to the level where you both could be married, where you both could be really living under the same roof. But it did come with a lot of challenges. Seven of Wands talks about sometimes very unexpected challenges. And I like to explain a little bit what this card means specifically. When you look closely, you will see that this guy right there, they have their like one shoe, they only have one shoe. And they were not able to put the other shoe on their foot. And it looks like they're fighting against these wands that are directed towards them. What does this mean? This means that in your specific situation, for many of you, in the past, there might have been very unexpected challenges that started coming up. Those challenges could have been you finding out something about your twin flame. Maybe they were talking to someone else. Maybe there was still a third-party situation which affected this relationship from moving forward. Maybe someone here was married to another person and, the other party was making things difficult. So even though you and your twin flame built something, I feel like you're like building something coming to a certain point and all of a sudden being faced with certain challenges here, okay? And these challenges were surrounding about marriage and commitment. Now, 10 of Cups in the recent past, for many of you, there could be children also involved in this picture as well. Doesn't have to. 10 of Cups here, Queen of Pentacles, so could be an Earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Now, the 10 of Cups in the recent past, dear Aries, is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles, came out again. So I'm saying it came out right back again. Either you are a business person, you're a mega business owner, or your person is a business owner. The King of Cups and the Judgment, Scorpio energy, Cancer, Pisces, but strong Scorpio. For many of you, there was a decision here that had to be made. And I would like you to pay attention to the juxtaposition of the cards. So you see the king is looking the other way, the queen is looking the other way, and then there is the judgment, right? So I feel like you and this person came to a certain point. You and your twin flame came to a certain point where both of you realized and said to yourself, I don't think that this is something that's going to work out in the present moment. And you both stopped, talking to each other. Wow. 8 of Cups and there is the Strength. You could be dealing with the Leo. 8 of Cups and the 6 of Swords. So unfortunately, there was a separation here. Okay, someone here had to walk away. And this could have been you, could have been your twin flame. And also in tarot, when you see the characters, their backs turned, right? You can see their faces. It means that, you and this person stopped talking to each other. There was a disconnection here that happened between you and your twin flame. Okay, and this decision was very difficult and very tough. Now, in the present moment, you go back and forth about your twin flame. So we have the Page of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. So you still think about an idea. You have an idea that you're entertaining. There is a lot of fantasies going on. I think this person, this twin flame of yours, could be also fantasizing about you. It was about time. I had one of those things actually falling off the wall. This is so funny. Remember my older background that I had the black things out there. So, I'm kind of like taking them down slowly. And one of them, apparently I moved it a lot and then it just fell down. Whatever. Okay, so you have the Hangman. Definitely a lot of thinking going on about how to resolve this situation, approaching from a different perspective. Now, the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. A lot of you would like to get back with this person, okay? But there is a lot of trust issues that you have with your twin flame. Maybe some of the things that happened in the past kind of made you question, the validity of this relationship. Now, you're trying to also overcome some of the disappointment in your heart that you have had in regards to this situation. When you look from my perspective, the Knight of Wands is headed towards the other way. So that's like looking towards the past. And there is this energy of going back and forth. This is this energy of trying to really make sense of these. There is trust issues that I feel like you would want to resolve. Maybe some of your major disappointments here that happened was because of the Seven of Swords, and it was a very tough decision here, right? Two of Pentacles, there is this on and off, back and forth, hot and cold. One moment you feel like you just don't want to do anything with this person. The next moment you feel like, I think I would want to work things out with them. you have like different ways of feeling about this person. It's kind of mixed feelings. Clarified by the Six of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Page of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. You have a very strong intuition, Aries. Very strong intuition. You always go with your intuition. I think there is going to be a brand new beginning here. You have the Fool, and this is the very first card in Major Arcana in Tarot, and that's the card of an Aries. You know that there is going to be a brand new beginning, and there is going to be a second chance, is what I'm getting, between you and your twin flame. And this is an initiation. I feel like there is an initiation that is being made, that is being processed. It's an overdue apology that's going to happen. If you have any doubts, I would encourage you not to doubt, not to give in to the doubts or to the old story, because something here is being executed. You have the Page of Cups as your challenge and the Page of Swords in the present moment. Page of Swords here talks about communication, initiation of a conversation here, something here that's going to happen. And this is going to bring a lot of clarity for many of you, okay? So let's clarify the Page of Swords. You could be dealing with the Sagittarius, okay? You have the Tower, the Page of Wands, and the Temperance. Transformation, let's talk about the Tower moment, the way that things ended between you and them. And Temperance here also is a very important card when it comes to the reconciliation. This is always, for me, is an indication of let's work it out. Let's resolve this issue. Let's resolve this conflict. By the way, it was 11:11 on my timer like a minute ago. So 111, 11:11 can have a very significant meaning for many of you. So, with the Temperance, this is about working things through, and I feel like that this person wants to have another chance, and so do you. Please, let's not pretend you don't want to have another chance, because I think you do want to have another chance with this person. With the Page of Wands, you already have a lot of pages coming out. That talks about like trying to start over here again and try to work things out. I'm also getting here someone here with the Page of Swords. To be honest, someone here could be from Asia. Okay, someone here is from an Asian background. That's what I'm strongly getting here. Could be Vietnamese, could be, any other culture. And I love all cultures. I don't want anyone to be like offended. I'm just saying like, that's what I'm seeing here. For some of you, it doesn't have to be. Now, in the near future, you have the Eight of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. In the near future, there is something here that you are going to ask your twin flame. There is clarity here that you are wanting to gain. Okay, so Eight of Swords. Clarified by the Ace of Swords, Ten of Swords, and the Emperor. That's you, Daddy. So I'm saying, you want to talk to them. You want to ask them a question. Okay, why did this situation end the way that it ended? You don't mind reconciling with your person. You still want to reconcile and reunite with them. To get the focus, sorry. Okay, now can you see? Right? So this is about really wanting to reconcile and work things out together. And you being as the Emperor, you are the Aries. You take things under control. You take control and hold of things. And you want to make sure that you and this person are on the same page. When it comes to working through things, when it comes to dealing with certain difficult situations, you want to be very clear on, how can we resolve this issue? You still have a lot of questions that you want to get answers about. This desire of yours of wanting to get answers, it is not coming from a place of resentment. I think it is about you just realizing that there is something from the past that you and your twin flame need to let go of. Whether this is something from their past, whether they're still holding on to a person that you are aware of that's really bothering you. As a fire sign, it would have bothered me also if like my person was still holding on to somebody from their past, I'm saying. And there is a lot of baggages that really need to be left at the TSA. Okay, we can't enter into 2026 with this kind of a heavy energy with them, Ten of Wands, which is about, just these burdens. What is it that you both need to let go of? You have the Sun at the bottom of the deck because you're aiming and striving for happiness. You're a very positive sign. You want to work things out. You have the Death card here. And the Strength again, strong Leo energy here. Could be dealing with the Leo. But I feel like for many of you, you are wanting to see the positive of this entire situation with your twin flame. How can both of you work it out and move forward? So the Ten of Wands in the near future, dear Aries, the Ten of Wands is clarified by the Ten of Cups, the Moon, and the Three of Pentacles. So in the near future, for many of you, I do strongly feel like here that there is going to be a cooperative energy, working things through and letting go of the past. There is something about reunion. There is something about family members and family matters. The Ten of Cups came out for Leo also twice in their reading for the twin flame. So, you know, with the moon, what are your doubts? I think this is something about you might want to talk to your twin flame about. You know, you both mirror a lot of things back to back. The things that you may be fearful of and afraid of, you know, this is something that if you were to overcome and to share with your twin flame, it could actually bring a lot of growth to them, and it can actually like bring a lot of healing to them. You know, the moon here is talking about, the moon here indicates, okay, things that maybe were hidden, Cancerian energy, things maybe that were bothering, the doubts, the fears, the limiting beliefs. How can you and your twin flame work it out together? Okay, and bring some sort of a resolution. Four of Pentacles, this is questionable. You're either holding onto your twin flame very tightly, okay, or you're just kind of saying, you know what, I'm gonna need some time out. I want to give you the ultimatum and see if you're really wanting to work things out. And they may come towards you with an apology, but this apology also needs to come with a lot of action. I think there's a lot of talk going on. Yeah. Clarified with the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Hierophant. It's the same card that's being clarified with. So that's a confirmation here. This is my honest, take on this and intuitively what I'm feeling for you, Aries. No sugarcoating here. You remember the Ten of Swords in the beginning that you were very hurt, okay? So for you, yes, apology accepted, but when it comes to commitment, when it comes to marriage with the Hierophant, when it comes to really, wanting to see if this is something that you want to go full force, you want to go step by step, you're going to take your time. You are going to take your time, okay? Because I feel like you have been hurt way too many times in the past, and you need to reserve your energy. You need to make sure that also this person of yours, they have done the work within themselves. There is a lot of healing that has taken place so that both of you can come together. I don't see you moving forward too fast with this person. Apology accepted, but access to you, it's not denied, but it has to happen step by step, okay? You don't want to rush into this. So that's one of your, advice here that I'm getting. With the Knight of Swords and the Two of Swords, you might be tempted to get into that Ace of Wands, which is thick and nice and juicy. Well, in this deck, it's not really that thick, but I got another deck that's really, juicier. Now, this is about you not rushing into it, okay? Give it in a moment. Let's get the advice and see what is it that you need to know, dear Ariana. What is the advice? This is the Ten of Swords I was talking about. Because you've been hurt before, and now you're wiser. You got the Hermit at the bottom deck too. What is the advice for my Aries? What do you need to know? So you have the Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck. There has been a major conflict. I feel like there has been an argument, a conflict, misunderstanding, which has brought things to an end. Now, I'm glad to see the Knight of Pentacles here because it is really a confirmation to what I was saying. Move slowly. No need to rush. No need to be crazy like the mother hose on the street. This is about moving slowly. This is about, taking things one step at a time. The Tower and the King of Swords. Apparently, there had been an ending. Okay, Scorpio energy, there has been a tower, something here came to an end very unexpectedly. King of Swords, it is about really just addressing things that needs to be addressed. It is about being very open and even having the gut and the balls to talk about the most difficult things that maybe were avoided, either on your side or on your twin flame side. It is about really that energy of, let's talk about this. Let's own this so that both of you can move forward. Because, when there is clear communication, when there is open communication, that things actually have higher chances of moving forward and working things out. And that's what I see happening for you and your twin flame in the month of January. Let's get your Wisdom of the Oracle relationship message. This is one of those Oracle cards that everybody loves. And it's a very short message where we're going to see, what do you need to know, Aries? What do you need to know, my pumpkin pie? So you have chopped wood, number 42, okay? Number 42 could have a very significant for many of you. So let's see what 42 says. Honey buns. Nothing is as important right now as just doing what you need to do day to day. Let your heart remember that not everything has to be hard-won, passionate, or even obviously meaningful. Relationships and friendships go through lulls when the everyday tasks are at the center of awareness. So there is a moment of silence, right? That is perfect now. Hold hands, wash dishes, make a fire, read a book, share a meal, say nothing, stare into space, pick up socks, tell a dumb joke, and leave space to breathe. The work of your relationship right now is very simple, just to be present. Funny how it takes work to just be. All is well, really. One step at a time. There is no need to rush. There is no need to force anything. Everything really has come down to like alignment, Aries. And we have grown a lot together for the past year, also for the past few months. And I'm really thankful to share this message with you. I think also my bond and my connection with my Aries viewers has really deepened a lot more. And I'm able to talk a lot more about those things because I know that you are receiving those messages, And really, it's about focusing on day-to-day activities, on your well-being. I always encourage everyone, Aries, and please take this advice as a fire sign especially. I'm a Leo, you're an Aries, we have Sagittarius. So it's so important for us to do nervous system regulation breath work, Aries, because people may say, well, just give me the cards. Tell me, is my person coming back? Tell me, is my person... I'm like, listen, it's not just about that. I can predict it, but are you able to handle this? Are you able to handle the manifestation? Because the nervous system's got to be regulated. The breath work has to be done so our body feels safe. You know what I'm saying? And because we're going to have to be holding a certain frequency and a vibration and a vibrator to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So we need to feel confident enough and ground ourselves day to day so that we're able to receive those manifestations. Let's not worry about the past. Let's not worry about the future. Let's talk about the present moment and the new story we're telling ourselves, okay? So dear fellow fire sign Aries, Ariana, this is what I had for you. Thank you so much for being here. I love you so much, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.